What is going on, guys? Welcome to Greggles TV Daily. Let's get into the tech news. First story of the day is Apple's iPhone event is just right around the corner. They sent out invites the other day showing the following: that by invitation only, please join us for an Apple special event at the Steve Jobs Theater in Cupertino, September 10th, 2019 at 10 a.m. So that's literally what? 2 weeks away, if that. At this point that they'll be announcing the new iPhones, and also you see by the color of the logo, it looks like it's going to be multicolored iPhones. So no big surprises there, and those are some cool colors if those are going to come out. The purple, the red. Not a fan of the yellow, the blue, and the green are cool. The other part of this is that they are tipped to do their rollout September 13th for the pre-orders for these new iPhones, and September 20th for the actual release date. So all within 10 days of each other from the launch all the way to the release, you're gonna be able to get this iPhone in hand for you if you're a big iPhone fan. Yesterday we talked about the OnePlus 7T specs. Well, today we have the OnePlus 7T Pro specs, and this comes from Max J, saying that it's going to come with a 6.67 inch 2K 90 Hz display, curved screen, 4085 milliamp battery with 30 watt charging, Snapdragon 855 Plus. It'll either come in 8 gigs of RAM, 256 gigabytes of storage. That'll be the base regular version, but there'll also be a McLaren edition, which will have a slightly different look in terms of the way the colors and stuff, with 12 gigabytes of RAM. And then the camera, 48 megapixel, 16 megapixel, and 8 megapixel. Improved camera software is mentioned above, Android 10. And the look of it is going to be the same exact look as the current OnePlus 7 that's out. Like I said yesterday, I don't know if it's enough to make you jump for sure. That if you already have the OnePlus 7 Pro, I would just stick with it. If you don't have the OnePlus 7 Pro, then yeah, jump to it. Why not? It's the slightly newer edition of this phone, so why not get the slightly better one? If you watch my daily news show on a daily basis, then you would have seen the show where I talked about the new model of the Galaxy Fold. There was a new model number that leaked out. It's like SM-F700F, and it's supposed to be, at least from all indications, a lesser value, lesser edition of the Fold phone, because that's the 900 edition, the one that we know of, with the 512 gigabytes of storage and the 12 gigabytes of RAM. This one that we're hearing about, exclusive coming from Sam Mobile, is that it's going to have 256 gigabytes of storage and also be more affordable. We don't know exact price. We don't know exact RAM amounts. We don't know if that 256 gigabyte storage is going to be the 2.1 UFS or UFS 3.0. So some things we don't know, but we do know, at least from what they're saying, is that it will have less storage and it'll be 256 gigabytes of storage. I'm assuming if this version is cheaper, it's probably not going to be much cheaper, probably a couple $100, which sounds amazing, but the phone's like $2,000 already, so like $200 off isn't like a huge amazing deal, especially because it's still going to be what, $1,800 if it ends up being that much cheaper at all. We'll wait and see, but I'll let you guys know as more comes out. And the last story of the day is the actual storage amounts for the Galaxy S11 versions. Remember, there's going to be 3 versions of this phone. There'll be like the small version, the middle version, and the large version. Now the G98 S11 model, which is kind of like the lower end version of the S11, will have 128 and 512 gigabytes of internal storage. The SMG 9086, which is the middle version, will come with 128, 256, and 512 gigabytes of storage. And then lastly, the Plus version, the best one, will be the SMG 988. And that'll get all 3 versions of storage, 128, 256, and 512, but also get a 1 terabyte version. One thing that might be removed from this, we don't know yet, is the micro SD card slot. They removed it from the Note 10, but they kept it in the Note 10 Plus. I wouldn't be surprised if they do something similar here. They'll keep it in maybe the Plus version, which obviously won't need it with 1 terabyte, but maybe they will. The other part that's funny about this is that it's gonna have 1 terabyte of storage on the S11 Plus, but we didn't get that with the Note 10 Plus. There's a rumor going around, and I've talked about this and shown pictures of it from Best Buy, is that the Note 10 Plus 5G will eventually have a 1 terabyte version, but still we haven't heard officially from Samsung in regards to that. So it's just kind of weird, some of those things that they're doing with the S11 that they don't give to the Note line, that even though the Note line's a more premium and more expensive usual version. I don't know, just kind of weird. But that's your question of the day, guys. Which storage option are you going to choose for the S11, and which S11 will you choose? I probably won't choose the terabyte version. I'd probably go 512. That's perfectly fine with me at this point. I had the 1 terabyte on the S10 Plus, but I really don't need it. But let me know what you guys would choose in the comments down below. Thanks for watching. See you down the road. Peace!